Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Muhammad Reva Zaturrahman, and I am very proudly presenting as the affirmative team for today's motion. And without further ado, I'm gonna jump right into my debate. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine if you live in a world where trash and waste product was being thrown out without any hesitation at all, polluting everything including forests, lake, irrigation system, the sea, and many more. This is what will happen if we don't criminalize individuals or organizations who do not recycle. First of all, let me define the keyword of today's motion, which is this house will criminalize individuals or organizations who do not recycle. According to the dictionary, criminalize means turning an activity into a criminal offense. Individuals mean a single human, and organization means a body of people with a set of purpose. And recycle means converting waste into reusable material. Therefore, today's motion can be interpreted as this house would turning an activity into criminal offense to a single human being or a body of people with a set of purpose for not converting waste into reusable material, which we as the affirmative team wholeheartedly agree. As a first speaker, I will discuss the positive of criminalizing individuals or organizations who do not recycle and talk about the negative side and giving my solution as well. So without further ado, I'm going to state my argument. First of all, we clearly agree that people or organizations who recycle should be criminalized either by fine or otherwise. In our opinion, it is clear that waste must be recycled in order to maintain the environmental ecosystem. If waste is not recycled, it will accumulate and have negative impact on the environment overall. People or organizations that do not recycle waste will clearly harm society. Because we know that waste is currently a major environmental problem that is currently unresolved. We also know that Indonesia itself is still weak in recycling existing waste. This caused the garbage to pile up everywhere. For example, the Ciliwung River, where there is a lot of garbage in the river and most of it was plastic waste. The first thing that can be done to overcome this waste problem is to recycle it. And to support this statement, there is also a need for regulation where people or organizations must be discriminated against if they don't recycle waste. And now to my first and foremost argument is why criminalizing individuals or organizations who do not recycle is actually a very good and effective way to prevent global warming and decreasing the earth pollution. And why not doing that is a great disaster. First of all, criminalizing individual or organization who do not recycle means the said individuals and organization will have a hard time doing financially and politically if not doing some recycling at their part. It will be such a waste of money and time to pay the fine and possibly even getting arrested because individuals or the organization is not capable of doing recycling, which is very easy to do. Save up some materials and even a good for environment. How may you ask? It's because by recycling waste of product, it can save a lot of waste product from going to the place it should not supposed to be in, like irrigation system, the sea, the lake, and many more, which will increase the quality of environment itself. Beside that, I personally think recycling can be a good source of income by itself, whether or not the individuals or the organization decide to just sell the recycled product or make it a new product which has a higher quality level. It's a win-win situation for everyone involved, which is what the individuals and organization are after from the start, which is profit. Why not make a lot of profit while keeping the living environment around us comfy and livable? My second argument is why not criminalizing individuals or organizations who do not recycle is a bad testament of itself. Okay, first of all, we don't give these people some kind of regulation and rules to meet. They will exploit it as hard as they can, spilling their waste into uniquely living environment, killing unique creatures living in there, and even can cause sickness among humans who are exposed or working on said waste management. Product waste, especially from factory, has a lot of ammonia which will cause sickness and disease like itchiness, skin irritation, diarrhea, excessive vomiting, and many more. This is clearly a big red flag, but by not criminalizing this perpetrator, they will still do what they are doing because it's more convenient by them financially. And that's why, as stated in my argument, we need to make regulations and rules to keep individuals or organizations from exploiting these kind of things and possibly influence another company to exploit it as well. And my third and last argument is why not recycling and doing waste management properly can damage the company reputation and honor. We live in this modern world where social media is merely hacked by everyone. That means social media user has a lot of activists and journalists inside it. This means that if an individuals or organization get caught dumping their waste product and not doing it responsibly, it will create a lot of backlash from social media user, especially if the company is pretty big in terms of company size. It will likely bring a lot of hate to their company and crashing their reputation, plummeting their sales, and even worse, they can get boycotted by the people who are sick of big company exploiting and dumping waste into their environment. And in the worst case scenario, they will succumb to their mistake and not gonna financially recover, and eventually they will go bankrupt. And to some of the problems, I have some solution to it. First is the financial problem. Recycling means there are extra fees for a company to work with, especially if their waste product is not very easily recyclable, and to that I have some solution. The government will have to fund the recycling matters for the company for exchange of getting some profit to the recycled product is going to make, which is going to make a mutual symbiosis with both government and the company. My conclusion is that criminalizing individuals or organizations who do not recycle is very good for the people and for the environment as well. It's because, as stated on my first argument, this will make the environment better and even profit the company is doing it. So they are doing a good thing for the company as well. And as stated into my second argument, they will try to exploit this kind of thing if they left untreated and not regulated at all. And they will keep destroying their surrounding environment. And lastly, as stated in my third argument, is if they, the company or the people or organization who are in the company, refuse to recycle and keep dumping their waste into the environment, essentially destroying it, they can get a lot of social trouble from media because people going to boycott the company and making the company go bankrupt. And that's why we agree that we should criminalize individuals or organizations who do not recycle. I think that's it. My opinion from the organization team, from the affirmative team. Thank you so much for listening.